Peace to all beings, mercy. Contemplate the spirit of space. And I don't mean outer space. I mean the spirit of space that you're in. That holds the dimensional capacity for you to understand. By that I mean, if you're looking at a tree in the distance, the space between you is occupied. The space between you and the tree. Many beings in the tree, many beings between you and the tree, many beings influencing you. The eyes are the key. You've heard the expression that the eyes are the windows of the soul. You're beginning to experience the true understanding of what the soul is. The activation of the solar plexus. The closing of the eyes calms the heart chakra and calms the mind. The closing of the eyes calms the heart chakra and calms the mind. The closing of the eyes calms the heart chakra and calms the mind. You've done this before. You are in a meditation and you're waking up from it, basically, what we call the soul forces. Contemplate where you were born. How were you born? Don't blame your parents. You chose the space and time. You've got to remember that. The eyes are the key. The eyes are the key. The vibrations you felt when you were a fetus are being what you call understood now. The vibrations you felt as a fetus are being understood now. You're much more than what you think you are at the present time. The eyes are the keys to the soul. You have to be careful at what you are contemplating. As you close your eyes into a simple meditation of yourself. Basically, the inner question is, why am I here? I'm here to understand the present moment, basically. Peace to all beings and mercy. Peace to all beings and mercy. When the pineal gland begins to open, you're going to experience additional feelings because the eyes of the soul reflect emotional energy and its own understanding. So contemplation of prayers is important. You were born in a religion or near one, and the influence is there. You chose that, whether you know it or not, for the understanding of your physical form and the higher self that you are. You're in a process of ascension and descension. The ascension portion of you is moving up your spine through the chakras. I say moving up the spine first because the chakras originate within the cortexes of the spine. And as you begin to move through the chakras and understand the feelings of peace, protection, and joy, you begin to understand the necessity for calming the mind and calming the heart chakra. There's an electrical connection. You beings are being aware now that you're in a pole shift. The magnetics are going to change. The magnetic influence that you are understanding is going to change. Water is the key. Breath is the key. Space is the key. Those three are what contemplates, what they say, those three aspects are contemplating you, and you are contemplating them in the presence of your divine self. You're in tumultuous times, to say the least. So you need to balance the solar plexus and the understanding of the importance of the visionary capacities that you have. Be careful of what you're looking at and what you're entertaining is. Permission. By that I mean you're granting permission for certain things to appear before you. I suggest you seek the wisdom of the Holy Spirit, which is Shiva, and be into what you call the perfection of yourself, gently. There's a need now with this pole shift going on that you're going to need to slow down, because the things you are thinking of will not be important when the shift occurs. The shift affects the magnetic influences, the current within the water of your system, and you're 75% water. When you see the ocean in turmoil, that's an emotional force that's running around the planet. You're 75% water. That emotional force connects with you. You have the ability to calm the seas. That was the message of Jesus as he walked upon the water. So you're going to need to calm yourselves. You're in the movement now of the expressions and of the entertainment and of the understanding of your life forms and the life forms of others, be it the animals or be it the extraterrestrials. Be influenced by your own power, be influenced by your own breath, and be influenced by your own thoughts. Peace to all beings. Peace to all beings. We are through.